So you want to make a Dagorhir sword. Something like this, right? So that you can play in Dagorhir here in Russia. Alright, this was my first sword. It's a two-edged sword, and it's built with foam. But I'm going to show you the simpler way to build one, which is omnidirectional, like this. And it's longer, and it's more simply to build. All Dagorhir swords have a PVC pipe as their beginning. The first step in doing that is you need to find a piece of PVC pipe and buy these insulators for the pipe, which are very readily available here in Russia. And you need a coin, some kind of coin, that you're going to be using as an end cap to the pipe, like so. So you're going to tape that on with duct tape, and then you're going to put your insulator on like so. So once the insulator's on, then you make sure that your coin is taped on here like this, and you start building the sword. So now we're going to put on the second insulator. Now, pull up the sword as much as you can to the front with the coin already taped on, and then tape your second piece of insulation, foam insulation, around the core. Okay, after you have that done, here's the tape. We haven't worried with the handle yet. Now you need to add extra foam up here to make sure that this is not going to stab anybody. Because in Dagorhir we really hit, with full strength. So you're going to actually strike, like, you're really going to strike hard when you swing. Because it's a real fighting sport, what's safe about it is the weapons are made safe. Because the tip gets the most use, make sure that you really double tape that thing, and make sure that I've got about that much foam on the front of this thing, so this is all, this is all foam here. So it's got like an inch of foam, which is adequate, right? You want that much foam. You can make sure that it's together like this. Now let's put on the cover. So, if you have some interesting socks, you can use those to cover it. You do need to put some sort of cover on there, whether it be some kind of shirt that you've cut up and then sew to make a cover like this, or a sock. But if you have interesting socks, save them when they're getting old and use them for this. After you have the first sock on, nice and tight, looking good, then bring it down all the way and tape it to the foam underneath. Then you're going to cut the other sock and use part of it to finish this, and then we're going to construct the pommel and the handle. All right, now you can see that we have the sword completed. As far as the blade goes, taped off, everything's good. It's very, very cushiony, so it can't hurt. Well, it can't do any serious damage anyway. Actually, strikes in the Dagorhir should maybe sting a little on bare skin. Okay, now we're going to build the pommel. This sword is almost done. Basically, we're building the pommel the same way that you build the blade. You're just going to slide pieces over. Just to make sure the pommel's safe, we're going to put a couple of pieces of foam on the back here. And then we're going to tape the handle. You can use sports tape, like something you use on a sports bat or something like that. But you can also just use duct tape. It works okay too. Anyway, that is almost finished now. I'll show you the finished product. Okay, so if you take a look here, what we've done is we made sure that we made the pommel and tape it very securely to the core, because sometimes when you swing, you're going to be holding on to that. That's going to keep your hand from slipping off. So, yeah, it's almost finished now. And here is the finished product. So we have the sword itself, the handle, which is even grippy because of the wrinkles. Don't worry about that. That's great. And the pommel. The only thing you need to be aware of is as you use the sword, the foam can break down, so you need to check your team's swords periodically to make sure that they're not. I'm talking about, 2 months of use every week. The foam will eventually break down, but it's good now. So actually I finished this one weapon. This is good and finished. So that's a sword. And then I even made this, which is going to be like a mace. So it's a little bit heavier, front-ended weapon, different and kind of interesting. It's pretty much made the same exact way, just with more foam on it, a little bit heavier.